What is up, YouTube? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It is currently Saturday, June 29th at 10:14 p.m. when I am doing the voiceover for this video. But this was from yesterday, Friday, June 28th. But I probably won't even upload this for like a week or two. But I just thought I'd add that in there for those who care. But if you don't care, hop off the video. I don't really care. But yeah, for those who do care, I like putting all the details and stuff. Also for me, so I can go look at it all later. It's kind of like cool having it. Pretty much like everything I do, not everything, but everything that I like kind of want to look back over. I try to record and stuff. But yeah, this is the longest ride I've ever done. Going to Harper's, Ferry, West Virginia. I've seen this place a couple times on my maps, and I just wanted to kind of check it out because I'm kind of having this miles competition with my boy. I don't know if you guys remember him, O and iOS, and Will Sheeran. But we're having a miles competition on Life 360. It shows you like the recap at the end of the week if you drive a lot or just normal drives. But yeah, he's currently at like 590, but he just got back from like a 120-mile drive. And I'm at like 540 or 560, yeah, I'm at 560, so I have a lot of work, one more day left tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it, because I'm kind of busy tomorrow, so I don't know, I might have to call it wraps, but yeah, it is what it is. I put up a pretty good fight. I went to West Virginia yesterday, and I went to Maryland today, which is crazy. 2 states, 3 states counting Virginia, in 2 days. But yeah, there was actually a meet earlier today in Maryland, and I just thought I'd go out down there. Wasn't planning on it originally, but it gave me 100 miles there and back, so that's what I did. And then I came home, and then I went back out to this place called Tyson's, which gave me like another 30 miles, 60 total, with my boy Ty, and he just wanted to get some stuff for his girl, so we went to the Lego store, and he had to pick up another order from like this other store. But yeah, it was pretty cool. There's a lot of people. Malls are picking them back up, I guess, but there's a lot of beautiful women. I talked to 0 of them, but yeah, it was pretty cool. And I got this place called Charlie's Cheesesteak, if I remember correctly. But yeah, every time I get these places, bro, I always forget to say no ice. I got like this real, quote, real strawberry lemonade, and it looks so good, but it was $4. But I spent like 8 on the food, so I was like, I kind of want to try this because it looks gas. But it was like the iPad ordering screen, and it was already laggy, so I just forgot to ask for no ice. And what do you know? The whole thing was filled with fucking ice. But yeah, I actually almost rear-ended that dude in this clip like 10 seconds before this, because I was like trying to enjoy the scenery, and he just made a left. I'm not blaming him, but honestly, if like you're gonna make like turns like that, I would prefer, or like it helps if you kind of have the blinker on earlier than later, because nobody can read your mind, even though I'm pretty good at reading like car body language. It's still better if they have the blinker on, because then I have more time to react. I can slow down quicker instead of having to do like an emergency brake. But yeah, so this week's been a lot of riding. I'm tired, and I'm also kind of sick of riding and driving, because fuck Virginia, especially Northern Virginia, dude. It's just all traffic. 10 miles, 20 minutes, even more. It's just crazy. I don't know where I want to move, but I have a couple places in mind. I was thinking like Maine or like Vermont or something that's like not too, like, I don't know what to call it, but because like Virginia weather is pretty balanced, I would say. But I feel like if I went to Maine or Vermont, it would be a lot colder, which means I couldn't ride as much. But I don't know. I also don't enjoy the heat. So I don't know, because at least with the cold, if you wear more stuff, you're gonna be warmer. But with the summer, you can't like take off all your clothes, and like even if you do, it's still gonna be hot. But especially when you're riding, you have all this gear and stuff, and you're cooked. You're literally getting cooked alive, especially with this black gear that I have on. And my bike also gets hot as fuck, because like when it's on, it just gets hot, and if you're not moving, it's not gonna like cool down and stuff. So those two like paired together is why I want lane splitting to be legal in Virginia, because that would help a lot if I could just be at the front, because then I can to the front, and as soon as it turns green, I can zoom off instead of having to wait behind a slow ass car. But yeah, you know what's crazy is like motherfuckers here don't know how to drive for shit too. So it's like traffic compared or combined with people not knowing how to drive for shit is like the worst combo ever. And they try to make it seem like speeding is like the number one cause. And yeah, it like speeding in the wrong places is pretty dumb, but like people literally don't know how to like drive. Like accidents are like caused when people are turning, like pulling out, for the most part, in my opinion. And yes, if you're speeding, you have less reaction time and can't react as fast as you'd like. But yeah, definitely speeding in like neighborhoods or places with like low field of vision is not smart. Neighborhoods off limits 30 max, and that's if you're paying attention, not 30 with your phone. First of all, you shouldn't have a phone when you're driving unless it's at like a red and you're paying attention. But I know some people might disagree with that, but I don't really see the harm if you're just quickly looking at your phone like up and down to the light when you're at a red light, like sitting, and you know it's going to take like more than 30 seconds or like a minute. That's not the end of the world, but as long as you get it done and put it away before you start moving, is what I would like be okay with, and what I might do sometimes, hypothetically, of course, allegedly. But yeah, I mean, this has been a fun drive. I think I'm like, well, I can't see my phone, but there it is, 10 miles out. To Harper's Ferry, and I didn't actually go inside and like do all that, but I did ride around like the little town part of it, which was also pretty cool because it was like, it's kind of like what it was like back in the day, like when they fucking moved the settlers and shit, pilgrims, whoever they were, when they moved and stuff, and where they fought like these battles and stuff. So it's pretty cool to see that, for sure. It's like a little town, but yeah, I didn't go to the actual park. I did explore like this little this little pond. I don't even know what to call it, but it was like water and like all these rocks and people were kayaking. That looked fun though. I didn't want to do all that. I just came to like check it out, kind of, because I do want to come back sometime. It looked pretty fun. I won't lie, it did look pretty fun. But you have to like pay to get into that, and I ain't doing all that right now. It was just kind of an impulse ride. Like I said, we're competing for miles, so I was like, why not? I get 50 miles per gallon, you know what I'm saying? It's like $8 for 100 miles, which is crazy. Yeah, I'd burn through miles than anything else. So I was like, I have the bike, and as much as sometimes it might feel like you have unlimited time, you really don't. It's just crazy how time flies sometimes, and it's like this transition phase is like something you really can't account for. That's what people like say, like live in the moment, and it's like you don't know, or like you don't know about the good old times till they're over, or whatever. I probably botched that, but yeah, I mean it's true. Like you really can't account for it. Stuff just happens, and it's just like it's out of your control, to be honest with you. So if you're one of those people who are just like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, just do it now. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have all the time in the world. Like, yeah, you're like 20 and you're like, oh, I still have 80 years, but it's like, oh, like 2 years from now you're gonna have a job. That cuts out like half your free time. And then 4 years from now you're gonna have kids or like a wife or a girlfriend. That's gonna cut out the other half of your free time. So it's like you just go from having all this free time and you're like, oh, I'll do this tomorrow, I'll do this later, and then you're just gonna come out and run out of time, and everything else is just gonna be like chores or like errands and stuff. I mean, yeah, you'll have free time. I'm not gonna act like you don't. But it's just gonna be a lot more limited, and you won't be able to do as much as you want, as quick as you want, compared to like now. I mean, I'm 19, so yeah. But I mean, even if you're like older, you're like, oh, I want to go to Alaska, or like I want to go to Hawaii, I want to go overseas, I want to visit and travel. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it quicker than later. It's just a lot better. And if money's a problem, I get it. I do. But stuff like this, you know, it's only possible because I have a bike. It wouldn't be as fun in a car because I'm gonna be fucking burning gas. But on a bike, it just feels like you're exploring and like you're part of the road. Compared to a car, you're like kind of boxed in. I mean, both are fun. I won't lie. Driving cars are nice. Because you're just. It's also like being a boxed in part is fun too. And you have to listen to music because I'm not card on my bike. I feel like it'll distract me too much or make me zone out if I'm just listening to music, like loud music. So I don't have a cardo, but I do. Also, I can't afford it, but I do want to get it to be able to like communicate with other riders because sometimes that comes in handy. I won't lie, but yeah, you know, once I save up some money for it, I will for sure have to get a cardo. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna upgrade this helmet too, which is why I'm waiting. But yeah, so right now I got to Harper's Ferry. Oh, it cut out. I'm gonna have to crop that out. But yeah, just pretend you guys didn't hear it. But yeah, so right now I'm stuck behind this trailer. I didn't even realize what it was till I passed it. But yeah, I'm stuck behind him for like 2 miles. And I finally passed him, and this Tesla behind me also passes him at the same time, which is pretty cool. Nothing crazy, but it's just funny because we were behind this dude for like so long. I wish he just pulled over and let us pass. But yeah, we have to wait, you know. Don't be passing on double yellows. It's just not worth it at the end of the day. It's just really not. And think about how much it would suck if you tried to pass this dude and then you'd crash or like something happens and they pass you. Just don't do it. Wait for the passing zone and make sure it's clear before you pass. And fucking pick it up, man. Speed up. I don't want to see fucking weak ass passes. I don't care about the speed limit. It's more dangerous to be in the opposing side of traffic for a longer time than to speed and get out of that lane and pass. The only thing I could see a problem with if going like fast in like these type of roads is deer or road surface hazards. But I take my chances with that than being hit by the car. You know what I'm saying. And I'll take my chances with the ticket too. Because on a road like this, I feel like you could probably, allegedly, hypothetically, AI seeing this, get away, or at least hide somewhere. Like if a cop was just like behind this sign, and you pass him at like 80, you probably have enough time to dip, or at least hide somewhere before he turns on his light. So it's technically not running, you're just continuing that speed. But yeah. Or if he's like on the other side, you'll definitely have enough time. But if you don't know the roads, just be careful, because this road, at least at the end, got a little curvy, and it just pops up at a light. So if you were like testing your limits or whatever, you probably would have macked. But yeah, just be careful. Just probably not worth it on roads like this. Just do the pass and get over. And if a cop catches you, just take the ticket. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy though. America is pretty stupid with their rules. It's so stupid. Like, it's so inconsistent as well over all the different states. Like, Virginia, you have to have a front plate. Pennsylvania, you don't. They're like a state away from each other. It's just, I don't know. It makes no sense. All stupid laws just for them to make money. I don't really care if there's a reason behind it, like for the front plate or whatever, but yeah, my opinion is just stupid. And just one of those laws where they want to make money from you and also have more control over you, by having both plates on there, so I can make sure that you scan it with your little cameras. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Safe pass. I see nobody, literally not a single car in sight, and probably for like 30 seconds after I passed the truck too. So that's literally as safe as a pass as you can get. And yes, I fucking send it, because I've been behind that truck for like 3 miles, and I'm just like, I just want to fucking speed, get some air, because it is pretty hot and sunny, as you can tell in the video. So I was like, fuck, and I did fucking sent it, and probably hit like 80. Nothing crazy. You can see a lot ahead of me. The GoPro is angled down a little bit, so you guys can't see that far ahead. Unfortunately, I do apologize for that. But yeah, it's been really, really fun. Just like riding around, exploring new areas and stuff, racking up the miles, getting more riding experience as well, practicing the strats, practicing just riding in general, building up the muscle memory, practicing the shifts, the downshifts, the turning, body positioning, all of that. Yeah, it's been a pretty fun ride. Got like 6 to 7 more minutes left in the ride. This is not the whole ride, by the way. I kind of recorded towards the end where the scenery got a little bit better, because the other part was just on the highway, not anything that anyone wants to watch. But yeah, this is pretty cool scenery, even though it's just my gas tank for the most part, because I don't know what happened to the GoPro. But yeah, these 2 curves are pretty fun though, if you can see on the GPS too. That's also why I like running GPS. Firstly, I don't know the directions, but secondly, you can kind of look into the road, in a sense, like look ahead further than you would be able to without GPS, especially when you're exploring. But yeah, like if you can look on that, like see that curve, it's crazy. You curve all the way right and then all the way left, and it's just nice being able to know that, because then you can slow down a lot ahead of time and not do some dumb shit 30 miles away from home. But yeah, especially on a solo ride. But yeah, what else do I want to talk about? Got like 10 minutes left, or 7 minutes left. If you're still here, comment Bluey, BLUEYY. Yeah, this curve is really fun as well. I don't even know how far I'd be leaning it, but it's just fun practicing and just hanging off the bike, practicing like body positioning and stuff. But yeah, like towards this end, I kind of go out a little too fast and kind of have to brake. But also, this is kind of funny because the light doesn't pick me up, I think, and the truck I passed like so earlier catches up to me, and that's the Tesla that also was right behind me. He actually dips because he makes it right, but yeah, I have to make a left and it doesn't pick me up. But yeah, this is not the bridge. Unfortunately, I messed up the record button or whatever, so I didn't get the 4 minutes I was like talking to you guys for. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're back on it. Going to the actual Harper's Ferry like town or whatever. That part was like the rafting or some shit. Like I was talking about earlier, the water and the rocks and like the kayaks and all that. But yeah, this bridge is also pretty cool. I wanted to stop on the bridge, but there was a bunch of road debris on the side, and I didn't want to park too close to the road. And also there was a sign saying you weren't allowed to. But yeah, that was also really close, right? I misread the GPS because sometimes the direction's off, and there was no turn lane, so that also messed me up a little bit. But yeah, I saw no cars, so I did go wide. I saw that I could go wide instead of having to like go straight and come back. But yeah, this part of the Harper's Ferry is pretty cool as well. And here I don't know where I wanted to go again, so I got stuck. So I just wait for these cars to pass before I can go, obviously. Because I don't want to get hit by these cars. And there's one more, and he just passes. So there we go. Now I'm about to go to the town part of like the area, Harper's Ferry. But yeah, it's a really cool scenery for sure. got that bridge, like I was saying earlier, like the old historic stuff. But really, really cool stuff. Just to like see, it's crazy how like, it's crazy, just think about it. Just like America's kind of just like towns scattered over the place, connected by bridges, highways. And it's just like you gotta kind of, like you're locked in like your town. You don't really venture out too far on a day-to-day basis. But this is only 40 minutes away. And I just unlocked like a whole new area, which is kind of cool. But yeah, the biggest thing for me is just traffic. Like exploring this was fun coming out here, but the traffic, bro, it kills me. Like it kills. It's just so like it'd be so cool if I could just like a 40-minute drive is different than a 40-minute commute. 40 minutes of just driving, no traffic. Like, one time, like my drive to like, let's say, school takes, let's say it takes 45 minutes during the day with traffic. But at night, one time I was coming back at like 1 a.m. and I got back in like 20 minutes. So it's like literally half the time. And that wasn't even the fastest I could go. Going speed limit, of course. But it's just crazy without traffic, without getting every single red light, that I could literally half that time. I just wish they'd make a better system. Like, I wish they would first kind of work on the rules and make it more like people like keep the slower traffic to the right and kind of enforce that more, and kind of like redo that into the system, and like the driving permits and all the tests and all that, and also just kind of like rework the traffic signal aspect of it, because it's just like it's just so inefficient. Like you go, you stop, yours turns green, the one in front of you turns red. Like there's like 20 cars coming and it turns red for one car trying to make a left. I just wish they'd like kind of make it a better system, kind of like a roundabout format or something like that. So it's like if you're coming out of a shopping complex and you need to make a left, instead of having a signal for that, I wish they'd just make it so where if the traffic flow was good, of course, everybody would be in the right lane. Let's say there's 3 lanes going straight. We'll come back to the signal part of it in a sec, but let's say there's 3 lanes going straight, and instead of there being a traffic light, you just keep going straight, and everybody would be in the right lane, and as soon as it comes up to an intersection, everybody should move over 1 lane to the left, and that way the people who are at the signal, instead of having to make a left, they can just come, they can make it right and just come in to that lane that the people on the 3 lanes just shifted from. And as soon as they make that gap, they can move back from the middle back to the right lane. And now the people who have just merged in, they can move from that lane to the left and then move 1 more left and then make a U-turn. And it'll be the same thing. So when they're making a U-turn, all the people are just in the right lane, so they can make this U-turn perfectly fine, not having to worry, and it wouldn't mess up anything. Nobody would have to wait, except for the people who are already going to be waiting, making that left. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to say and think about, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the video of the train I captured. Talking about, this is the part I was talking about earlier, the river, the water, and the rocks. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Peace.